So, as we all know, I committed to 30 days of lives. And today I didn't want to come on. I did not want to come on. I have been, if you watched my live yesterday, I've been in a state of deep integration. I've really been resting. I have pretty much done nothing all day. Half an hour ago, I was asleep. I have fought all day to get on here. I've been like, no. I just want to be in my own energy. I just want to do what feels really good. I just want to honor my soul. I just want to be in this beautiful state of resting and healing and integrating. I've had things that have been coming through me that have just been so beautiful that I've just wanted to sit with them. And the only energy I have given is to my clients. It's the only energy. It's the only thing I have done is being there for them. I actually cancelled Monday and Tuesday. Anything that I had that was okay to move, I moved. I absolutely moved. I was supposed to go to the Gold Coast. I didn't do that. I was just like, you know what? I just want to be with me. I just knew that I had this calling that right now it was to distance myself from everything. It was about going within. It was about allowing myself to, the Lion's Gate was huge. And I've actually spent the last 2 days doing deep manifesting. And I really didn't know what I wanted to come on and talk to. And I nearly just went down some of the line because something I just realized that I've been doing the last 2 days would be really beautiful to share. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to what I've got here because I'm really feeling that somebody needs to hear this message. And when we make a commitment, we make it with an energy. We make it with passion. We're like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Yep, that's a yes. I am going to do that. That feels so good. It feels like a hell of a soul yes. Yes. And then the emotion starts subsiding, and then it starts like, especially if you do a long-term thing like 30-day lives, because you know that in those 30 days, there's going to be days where you're not going to want to get on. There's going to be days where you're just going to be like, oh no, I just don't feel like talking. I just want to be with myself. I want to be in my own energy, and I've got to show up. And this is what tends to happen. And what tends to happen is that when you make a commitment in your energy, you're in a, like you're thriving, like yeah. And then the energy starts to leave, and then things start to change and shift around you, and you're like, you could or you couldn't, or maybe you could. So easy not to, right? It's easy to do something, and it's so easy not to. But when you make a commitment, you have to follow through, because you make that commitment for a reason. And what can tend to happen is that the little ego can come through, or perhaps, like for me today, all the excuses in the sun on why I wouldn't do it, why I shouldn't do it, why perhaps I couldn't do it, why nobody will notice. Who's going to notice if I don't show up? I mean, really, is anyone really following daily? Who's going to notice? It'd be so better if I just kept my energy for tomorrow, because tomorrow I've got like 5 client calls. So I'm like, maybe I just keep my energy for tomorrow, and that's okay. Or, oh no, I should keep my energy. No, you should, because what if you can't show up for your clients? And then it's the good old, well, maybe you just need to stay in bed and just sleep, and a bath's probably bigger than show. And all these stories and excuses, and the ego gets louder and louder, it's telling you why you shouldn't do something. Because when you don't do something that you know you should do, you are self-sabotaging in some sort of way. The next level of your life, your business, there is your life. I'm finding things very hard to articulate, but I know you're getting it. There is a part of you that is about to grow. There is an absolute part of you when you push through, when you don't want to do something, at the end of it you go, wow. It's that sense of satisfaction. It's that inner growth. It's that the new level of embodiment. You do it. How many times do you not want to do something when you know you should do it? You're like, oh, and then the voices get loud, and then the excuses come out, and you sit there and you just go, oh, well, I should have done that. And then tomorrow you beat the shit out of yourself for not doing it. Like tomorrow I could have not done this, and then sat there and gone, you committed. Oh my God, your integrity, you're a person of your word. Why did you do that? And then you start beating yourself up for not doing it, because you don't focus on all the things that you thought the day before of, oh, well, it's better just to rest and When seriously, a 5-minute life. You can do it. You know, it's so easy not to do something. And this is like, I think day 2 or day 3, I did this. Everything you do in life is a choice. Well, right now, I had the choice of not showing up. Would anybody have really known? Would it really have mattered? Yeah, it would have mattered to me. It definitely would have mattered to me, because tomorrow, if I hadn't done what I said I would do, I would have then started sabotaging. And that is definitely an old pattern of mine. So I know for me that where I have got within my journey, and Divine Little Chris, she's lived with me, so she's seen me in action. I get up in the morning, I do whatever I say I'm going to do, I do. 99.9% of the time, I do it. Absolutely. I follow through. Even when I don't feel like getting up in the morning, I get up and I go and sit and I meditate. Even if it's for 5 minutes, it doesn't matter, because you're still doing the thing that you said that you're doing. You always do the thing, you're always still doing the thing that you said that you were doing. Because long after that emotion's gone, when you say you're going to do it, it's so easy not to. And that is the ego. That is the ego keeping you in the space that you're in right now. That is the ego stopping you from growing. That is your ego stopping you from moving forward. That is the ego that knows that when you get to the other side, when I get to the other side of my 30 days, holy shit balls, things are going to expand. Things are just going to grow within myself, within my business, within my audience. And the people that I'm actually helping are going to have shift after shift after shift after shift. When I'm sharing the part of me, when I'm sharing my inner, like I am vulnerable right now sharing this, but I know that when you see that I can do it, that I am no different from anybody else. I'm no different from you. You're exactly the same as me. We're all the same. We're all absolutely the same. So if I'm doing this work, then you can see that you can do this. And maybe there's that time when you're like, oh, I don't really show up, when it's the time you should absolutely show up, because it's the time that you're going to have the biggest breakthrough of your life, or it's the time that you're going to push through a fear that you know that you can get to the other side, or it's the time that you are going to do your biggest growth, because that's when you must do it, is the biggest time that you don't want to do it. See, right now, my energy, like before I got on this live, I was like, oh, fuck, how am I going to deliver this? I'm like... And I actually spoke to you today, didn't I, Chris? And I'm like, and my head, today has been a day where I've had zero clarity, but yet I've had so much coming into my head, but nothing I can sort of attach to. It's been like, And I actually wrote down 3 little key notes on different things that I wanted to live stream about, but the faster they were coming, the minute they were leaving. Which is really interesting. That's something totally different. Anyway, so what I want to say here is, please honor yourself. If you feel like you don't want to do something, tap in and ask yourself why. Because a lot of the time, the excuses that you're telling yourself, it's just ego getting louder and louder. It's just ego trying to keep you in this beautiful little life that you've created, instead of what you really want is something out there. And you got to remember that with this Lionsgate portal, what we've all seen, what we're manifesting, because it's a huge manifestation. So you will have imposter syndrome coming in. Oh, no, I can't do that. Oh, no, maybe not that. Oh, but what do I really want that? And I said I wanted that, oh my goodness, but can I really have that? How am I going to have it? And that's when the voices start getting in. It's the same thing. The ego is the most cleverest little bubba. And it's not bad. Like, if people think that the ego is bad, your ego is not bad. Your ego is designed to keep you safe. And up until this moment, it's had front and center. It's been front and center voice. Your higher self is the one that's the quiet one in the background, the one that just knows, that's just waiting, that's there to support and love you, that wants you to live in pleasure, play, and happiness. Whereas the ego is designed to keep you safe. So it taps into your emotions, and it's charged by keeping you where you are right now, because it doesn't know what's about to happen. It's its job. So my beautiful little message today, and I feel so much better for getting on here. Look at me, I'm so much better. See? Sometimes it's just the thought of doing something that stops you from doing it. When you're actually doing it, it's not as bad as what you seem. It's not as bad as what you think. It's not. It's not as bad. It's like, when they say, like my husband's a PT, and he always says to his clients, the hardest thing to do is put on your shoes in the morning. The hardest thing to do is actually put on your shoes and to leave your house. That's the hardest thing to do. When you're in the gym, afterwards, you're like, yeah, man, this is fucking awesome. I feel so good. Your energy's rushing through. You're feeling great. You're feeling alive. You're like, and then afterwards, you have that sense of satisfaction that you did it. That you did it. I did it. I did it. Doesn't matter how well you do it, but the fact that you did it, that is where the growth comes. That's where the expansion comes from. When you commit daily to doing something and you keep doing it as you say you're going to do it, even when you don't want to, that's when the growth happens. Taking those first steps is the hardest thing to do. And honoring your word with yourself is the hardest thing because your voice is so loud. It's so easy to stop yourself because you can justify anything. I could have sat there later on tonight and gone, oh, I know I didn't do my live, and I know I said I would, and I know I made the commitment, but I just feel so much better for not because I'm in this beautiful zone. No, now I'm going to get off and I'm going to be like, yeah, right, let's do something because I'm so energized because I've done it. I've accessed and I dug deep and I gave myself and I asked for the channeling and I delivered. Even when I didn't want to. And you know what the other beautiful thing is, and this is what I have realized, this has been and I'm going to live about this has been it's been the hugest shift for me, is that this isn't about me. Newsflash, shock, horror, what the hell? What do you mean it's not about me? Of course it's about me. Hello, it's me, it's my life. No, Lisa, it's not about you. It's not about you. It's about the beautiful people at the other end of this camera. It's about the people on the other side. It's about you. It's about if I can help one person in one moment with one little gold nugget, then that's all that fucking matters. So if I'm not showing up, if I'm not sitting in this chair, if I'm not, even if I get on for 2 minutes, if I'm not sharing something, then I'm not serving. I'm not doing what I'm here to do. Everything else is reciprocal. I'm really going to do a lot on this. What I have learned is manifestation is not about asking what you want. It's about asking who can you serve? How can you help? Because that's the love vibration. I'm not going to get into that because I really want to touch on this because it has been a huge shift for me within manifestation. Huge. Huge. So with me not showing up today, if I hadn't, then there might be someone that's going to listen to this today and they're going to go, and maybe in a week or maybe in a month or maybe tomorrow, they're going to go, oh my God, that girl on that live said that thing. Oh my God, I'm doing it. I can get through this. She got through this. She's just like me. She's flesh and bones with a soul, a body, and a mind. She's exactly like me. So if she can do it, so can I. Hello? It's about paving the way. I know that I have been through everything I have been through so I can help others. And that was the realization. It was like, it's not about me. And the ego's like, what do you mean it's not about you? Of course it's about you. No, it's not. It's about such a bigger picture. It's about it's about, humanity. It's about mindfulness. As I said to the real pandemic, I've always said this, and I've said this so many times, the real pandemic is mental health. The real pandemic is helping us to step into our greatness. That's what we need to be doing because, all right. Now I'm really channeling. Look, I'm on fire. I need to go and write. I've got so much coming through me now. Thank you so much for being here and listening with me. And I hope that I have helped. And if I have helped you, please let me know because I love the messages I get. I just love them. They just warm me up. I'm like, yeah, that's why I do what I do. So make sure that you follow through on your commitments, especially for yourself, long after that emotion's gone when you actually make that commitment. Because when you make that commitment, you can feel it's a soul yes. It's like, yeah. And then the voices get louder, the emotions come in, and we tend up getting ourselves into a little place of self-sabotage or overwhelm so we don't do what we think we're going to do. Or our body feels that, and when we know that we're about to step over that line and we're about to grow, and we stop ourselves because we're scared. We're not scared of failure. We're scared of success. We're scared of what's on the other side because that's the unknown. So make sure you push through. Remember, your past does not define your future. You do. And you're more incredible than you ever know. You have so much strength, so much courage, so much love resting inside of you. And why do I know? Because this is the part that I'm unraveling within myself. And I used to have none. No self-worth. And we're exactly the same. Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. If this resonated with you, make sure you hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my magical videos all around manifestation, holistic healing, spirituality, and why I show and tell you why I call myself the Life Architect. Sending you all so much love.